Hello everyone, welcome to Language Learning Made Simple with Bertrand. Today we have a special lesson. We're gonna learn about many things, especially about physiology. And we will use a book called Inside Reading. I think it's a great book. It's very useful. We will learn a lot. I hope you enjoy this lesson and don't waste time. Let's jump into it. The unit 1 is mapping the human brain. We're gonna learn words related to human brain. So let's keep on. Mapping the human brain. In this unit, you will read how scientists of the past tried to learn about the human brain. Read how modern technology helped scientists learn about the human brain. Increase your understanding of Target Academy words for this unit. Let's keep on. Reading skills, previewing, self-assessment, and then when we just look in the picture, we will notice there are many words you will learn in this article. Target words, analyze, average, behavior, complex, create, faction, link, locate, possible, wonder. Let's move on to the next page and then we will start reading what we have to read. First of all, I have to keep on reading this little stuff because it's very useful. Reading 1, before you read in small groups or with the whole class, discuss the following questions. First, what are some words that describe a person's personality or behavior? Second, do you ever wonder why certain people behave as they do? Third, is it possible for a person to change his or her personality? You can use these questions in a small group or in your class in order to discuss about it, exchange idea, and then try to learn English in this way. Reading skill, previewing, learn. Previewing a book or article means scanning it to get a general idea of what it will be about. It allows you to recall what you already know about a topic and what you can expect to learn. Most good readers spend a few minutes previewing before they begin to read academy text. Apply. Work with a partner. Preview reading 1 by answering these questions. First, read the title. Why would anyone need a map of the brain? Second, look at the words just under the heading Read on this page. Where did the information in the article come from? Third, do you think this article will be about past or present time? Why? Fourth, look at the pictures and the words under them. What information do they give you about the topic? Fifth, what do you expect to learn from this article? These are many questions you can ask in order to discuss about it before you start reading this article. Okay, right now we're gonna read this little article about how the brain of the human being works. First, I'm gonna read the article and then I'm gonna try to explain each word. Maybe that sounds a little bit difficult for you. An early brain map. Throughout history, human behavior seems impossible to understand. just stop a little bit. Throughout history means within the history, human behavior means attitude. You can say human behavior or human attitude seems impossible to understand. Means it was very difficult to grasp the meaning of the human attitude. Throughout history, human behavior seems impossible to understand. Means throughout history, human attitude seems very difficult to grasp the meaning, right? Let's move on. Teachers wondered why some students were good at math but other students were not. Teachers always ask themselves this question: why there are students that behave or they have good behavior and then others don't have. Wonder means it's like a way to ask a question, ask yourself a question in order to understand something. People wondered why one neighbor was friendly but another was unfriendly. Maybe you ask yourself this question all the time. Parents wondered why one child behaved and another caused trouble. In the early 19th century, a German doctor thought he could answer these complex questions. His name was Franz Joseph Gall. That was the name of the doctor. Let's move on. A new theory. Dr. Gall believed that the brain was the source of human behavior. Means it's very amazing or fantastic, this little phrase. Let me just emphasize on something. Dr. Gall believed that the brain was the source of the human behavior. Means if you want to understand the human behavior, you must first understand the brain of the human being. That the reason Dr. Gall believed that the brain was the source of the human behavior. Means if you want to understand the human behavior, you must first understand the brain, how the brain of the human being works. Let's keep on. He thought it was possible to understand human behavior if we understood how the brain functioned. Means if you understand how the brain of the human being, how it works, it will be easy to understand the human being, the human behavior, the human attitude. Let's keep on. He believed that each area of the brain was linked to a certain behavior. Linked, you can say linked or attached, was attached to a certain behavior, such as bravery. Furthermore, Dr. Gall wondered if the functions of the brain created bumps on a person's skull. The skull is the bone around a person's head. If so, a doctor could learn about a person's behavior by analyzing these bumps. He could analyze the location and size of the bumps on the skull. The bumps would tell the doctor about the person's behavior. Means if a person wants to learn about the human attitude, the human behavior, you must first understand how the brain of the human being works. And Dr. Gall says that the brain was linked to a certain behavior. And then he gave an example as bravery. And then each function of the brain create a bumps on a person's skull. Means if you understand the bumps that are found on the person's skull, you will understand, when you analyze it, you will understand the human behavior. It's very amazing, guys. Dr. Gall began to test this idea. First, he looked at the heads of many people. He located the bumps on their skulls. He measures these bumps. Then he asked the people questions about themselves. He wanted to learn about their behavior. He looked for a link between people's bumps and their behavior. Finally, Dr. Gall thought he could link every bump on a human skull to a certain brain function. He created a complex map of an average human head. The map had 27 areas. You can notice next to the reading, this in this picture, the human brain with 27 areas that was created by Dr. Gall in order to explain the human behavior, the human attitude. As I said earlier, to understand the human behavior, to understand the human attitude, you must first understand how the brain of the human being works, how it functions, how each behavior is linked or attached to the brain. Let's move on. He labeled each of the area with a brain function. Some of these functions were friendship, music, numbers or love of children, bravery, humor, and memory. Dr. Gall named this mapping of the human skull phrenology. Phrenology, that's the word. Means this picture next to the reading, it's a phrenology map. This phrenology map will help you to understand how the human attitude, the human being can be easily understood, right? So I hope you enjoy this little reading, and then you will try to understand how you can use these words in context, and not only listen this little practice of reading, but you have to look for new words, and then look up these words as well in a dictionary in order to get more examples, and use every word that is found in this reading in a daily life situation. So guys, keep it up and practice. I'll see you for a new lesson.